Hey, what is going on YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new to the channel or you don't know who I am, my name is Jacob and this is Vintage by Jacob. I'm a full-time reseller on the Poshmark app, and that is where I make my full-time income. It's super crazy, but it's true. And I use this YouTube channel to document my day-to-day practices as a full-time reseller and business owner. And if you're new to this channel, I really appreciate you guys being here. It's super rad to see all the new subscribers and new faces around here. It's just super dope. Welcome to my channel and welcome to the community that I'm building here. But yeah, like I said, my name is Jacob, pretty self-explanatory, and I'm a full-time reseller. That is my job. I run a full-time online reselling business, basically just selling clothes on the Poshmark app. Yeah, like I said, I make all of my income from the Poshmark app, which is super rad. Like seriously, all my checks, everything, like year in, year out, come from Poshmark, which is just honestly crazy at this point. But yeah, so if you're new to this channel, you need a little bit of rundown of what I do here. Like I said, I use this channel as just a way to document my day-to-day practices as a business owner. That is very much the case. I have a ton of videos going through just different challenges and different perspectives of my business. But I also have a lot of really fun videos that are centered around just fashion in general, vintage clothing. I have like pickup videos, outfit challenges, just a plethora of really cool videos, as well as business videos related to the resale game online. So if that intrigues you, I have plenty of videos to hopefully quench your appetite for that, or your thirst. Yeah, not appetite. It would be quench your thirst for that, and many more to come in the future. I post every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So however you stumbled across this video, I really appreciate you guys being here. And if you'd like to support this channel, please hit the subscribe button. That way you'll be notified every single time I upload a video. I upload every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, like I said, and ultimately the purpose of my videos is to first and foremost educate you as well as entertain you, hopefully simultaneously. So hit the subscribe button, that way you'll be notified every single time I upload a video. And if you would like to support this channel even further, hit the blue thumbs up like button. You've heard the spiel before. That can really help with the YouTube algorithm. It'll help distribute my videos to a larger audience and ultimately have a really cool trickle effect to this channel, and in growing this community and helping me educate and entertain even more people. So hit the thumbs up like button. That would be fantastic. And lastly, if you want to talk to me, hit me up in the comment section down below. Whether it is feedback, criticism, or you just want to talk, doesn't matter. Hit me up. I would love to talk to you guys down there. Alright, so I think I have a super fun and cool video planned for today. So basically, if you guys watched my last video, I briefly said I had a really good weekend reselling on the Poshmark app. I actually just teetered over $1,000 for the weekend, which is super good. And if you've been following this channel for some time, you know I make most of my money on the weekends. I had a $1,600 weekend just a few weekends ago. I had like a $1,200 weekend, and I just had a $1,000 weekend. So things have been really good. My end of things, mainly on the weekends. That's actually where I accrue most of my sales, primarily on Friday through Sunday, I would say, and specifically Sunday. Sundays are actually my best days for sales. And with that being said, I do get sales throughout the week as well, but honestly, I would say it gets pretty close to double on the weekend, which is super rad. So mainly my day-to-day process during the week is to just load up on inventory and hopefully try to move as much inventory I can on the weekends. That's kind of been my business model as of late. But in this video, I actually want to share with you guys some of the notable sales over the weekend, just so you guys can really figure out what's selling currently, for me at least, and use me as a first-hand example of when you're outsourcing, what to look for, because I have tried and true sales here that are proven to sell. And honestly, some of these are really cool items I just want to share with you guys as well. But these are the sales that helped me teeter over the $1,000 mark this weekend. So yeah, so ultimately I just want to help you guys make as much money as I can, and any little bit of information I can give you hopefully will be valuable to you at some point in your business. So watch through this video. I have a ton of tips and tricks I'm gonna be dropping along the ways, as far as what to look for when you're outsourcing inventory, and just how to get the most money out of every item that you can. So let's jump right into it. Alright, so the first notable sale of the weekend is this USA leather jacket. Now this jacket was super sick. It was actually like when I first sourced it, I remember being like, wow, this is a really nice jacket. And I still felt that all the way up until I dropped it off at the post office. But this is like just like an iconic leather style jacket. It had a bunch of like USA and not embroidery, but like patches on it. It had like a flag and like actual the letters USA. It was a super cool, high quality leather jacket. And anything leather that is unique typically sells pretty well. I've detailed some other leather jackets that I've sold in the past. Even actually just standard leather jackets, if they're from a good quality company like Wilson's or Schott or just there's a whole range of different leathers, and I am far from a leather expert. But what I've noticed every time I'm in the thrift, if I find a leather jacket that feels like it's a good quality or has some unique attribute to it, whether it be some like really nice detail work or a patch or just looks really unique in general, typically you can expect to get decent dollar out of it. And in my local area, I live in Minnesota, so jackets are a big part of our wardrobe here in Minnesota. And honestly, there's a lot of leather jackets as well to be found. I see a ton of them, and anytime I can pick up a leather jacket that has a unique feature or it just feels like really robust and like good quality leather, I'll pick it up every single time. Yeah, this leather jacket fetched $32. And if you know me, my whole entire business model is to buy things as cheap as I can. So I actually paid less than $2 for this jacket. So this jacket was almost pure profit, much like a lot of the other items on this list as well will be. But yeah, I just knew right away that this thing was going to sell fast and sell for a good amount of money. And it sold for $32, which I am not going to complain about. If this style of jacket was on a brand like a Wilson's or a Schott or something like that, it could be worth upwards of $100+. But it was just a generic brand, to be honest, but it was just a really cool leather jacket. So I wanted to throw it into this list to give you guys a little bit of perspective on what I look for when I look for leather jackets, because my experience personally is you can find a ton of them in the thrift. So hopefully that little piece of information will help. Alright, the next item that I sold over the weekend I want to share with you guys is this Harley Davidson fleece vest. So this was a super sick item. I think I sold it pretty cheap, but I sold it fast. So again, if you watch any of my previous videos, you'll know that that I will take kind of a pay cut in order to move items quick, just so I can inject more money back into my business and get more inventory through. But I tend not to like to sit on items too long, even though I know if I sit on them longer, I can get a higher dollar for them. Though it's just I'm not, as my business is growing, I would rather just keep on injecting money into it and cycling through inventory as fast as I can. But anyways, I got $18 for this vest. I accepted an offer on it. And to be realistic, if I would have sat on it for maybe another 2 to 6 weeks, 4 to 6 weeks or so, I probably could have got about $35 for it. It was a really simple Harley Davidson, more of a lightweight fleece vest, but it was really nice nonetheless. And like I said, I paid little to nothing for it, so it was almost pure profit, much like I do with most of my items. But Harley, I mean, I've said this many times before, Harley has a huge market and a huge demand of buyers, whether it's true blue Harley Davidson fans who actually own all the products, own the motorcycle itself, who love to represent the gear and the culture that they thrive in. People like that buy Harley Davidson all day long, as well as more of the people who are more focused on it because of the trend and like the vintage t-shirts and stuff. I moved a ton of Harley t-shirts in the past, so really Harley has a very like wide range of people who cultivate to purchase their products. So anything Harley, I mean, as long as you can buy it for under $10, it's probably a pretty safe bet. And yeah, I mean, just look for that orange and black label. It's a guaranteed moneymaker. And every single time I can buy it, I do, just because it sells so well and it doesn't sit. That's one of the nicest things about sourcing Harley inventory is it doesn't sit long. And if you can't get max dollar for it, you can generally move it within the week that you list it. So I mean, case in point is this Harley fleece. I think it only sat for maybe like less than 10 days. Got a good enough offer on it, let it go, and yeah, and that's just the case with so many different Harley items. So make sure to look out for Harley when you're outsourcing. Alright, next up I had this really cool Nautica down jacket that I sold. It was really cool. It was like red, fleece lined, and I actually got $24 for it. But this was a super rad jacket. It was pretty simple. It had very subtle Nautica branding. It didn't have a big like Nautica sailing graphic on it. But the reason why I wanted to throw it on this list is because it was a down jacket. So here's the thing with down jackets, and I'm a big fan of down jackets, primarily because I live in the coldest state that I have ever experienced, Minnesota. Down is a big part of our wardrobe here as well. But this was actually a duck down jacket. So there's a few types of down jackets. There's synthetic down, duck down, and goose down, and that's kind of how I categorize it. Synthetic, you can go into a whole bunch of different categories with that, but I just group those all together into synthetic. But what I've noticed is that the goose down jackets will fetch the highest amount of dollars. So if this jacket was a goose down jacket, I probably could have got double what I got for it. Duck down is also a great natural insulator. So it does demand money, but not as much as goose down. I mean, obviously you've seen the Canada Goose jackets. I mean, their claim to fame is their goose down, and it's a really tried and true material, and people will pay top dollar for it. But this being a goose down this being a duck down jacket, it is devalued a little bit. And then synthetics are kind of at the bottom of the totem pole with me as far as what they can resell for. Obviously, you can get into a debate like the Primaloft and the thin slits and stuff. Like there's different synthetic insulators that are really good, but nonetheless, down jackets, super great to sell. If you can see that there's down on the tag, pick it up every single time. They sell great, especially now that the winter months are coming. Alright, next up is this super rad vintage Ducks Unlimited embroidered crew neck sweatshirt. This thing is super sick. It has like the ducks flying embroidered on it. It's just like a classic vintage crew neck sweatshirt. And I made videos in the past. Vintage crew neck sweatshirts sell for me all day long. I get a ton of them in the thrift. But there's something to be said about Ducks Unlimited. And where you source your inventory, I'm not sure. This is all pretty specific to Minnesota, and what I have available for me to source. I can find a ton of Ducks Unlimited items, and they all sell fantastic. If you don't know what Ducks Unlimited is, it is a conservation group. They're not really a clothing company, although they do work with specific brands to make clothing to represent their group. But it's a waterfowl conservation group. So what they do is they raise money to help protect and conserve waterfowl life. So it's a super rad company, as well as they make super sick gear. But yeah, anything with the Ducks Unlimited branding on it sells super well. Case in point is this vintage crew neck sweatshirt. I got 25 bucks for it, and it sold the next day. Like, the stuff sells fast as well. But with that being said, you can't find it as much as you can find like some like Harley stuff and other stuff. I mean, it is a little bit more of a diamond in the rough, but once you start noticing it, you'll start noticing it more and more and more. You'll understand what the stuff looks like. So yeah, that is kind of a low-key brand that I would recommend you guys keeping your eye out for, is Ducks Unlimited. Alright, this is gonna be the last sale. It's actually the biggest sale, and it's the one sale that really helped me teeter over the $1,000 mark. And this is an $80 sale. It was for these. It is a pair of Y3 sneakers. And to be brutally honest with you guys, I am not the biggest sneakerhead. I don't know a ton. I mean, I move sneakers here and there, but none of the really hyped up sneakers. And I know Y3 is more of a hyped up brand. If I'm gonna be honest with you, I couldn't even figure out how to research these sneakers that well. But I got $80 for them, which I think is extremely fair. They were used sneakers, but they were still in great condition. But I know Y3 is a more hyped up brand, and it was an offer, and I took it. I actually didn't really know the true value of these sneakers, which is something I need to figure out. And another growing pain of mine in my business is as I get into more shoe sales, I need to figure this stuff out. But this was a great sale for me to learn and kind of figure out the price point of more of these hyped up sneakers. But the profit margins were definitely there. I was very happy with the $80 sale, and ultimately it led to it made me teeter over the 1,000 mark for the weekend, which is what I'm super happy about. So But I guess the case in point for why I wanted to put this on the list is, well, first of all, it was my biggest sale of the weekend for a single item, $80. But the case in point here is that there are so many shoe brands, and if you can do your research well on the ones that are worth picking up and not worth picking up, I think there is a ton of money to be made there. And I know other YouTubers, like, they specialize in shoes, and to be honest, I'm pretty jealous of them because even though I'm trying to get there, I am not there yet. But yes, shoes are a huge money maker, and not even shoes, boots. I mean, if I'm gonna get real with you guys, boots are where I make a majority of my money in the footwear, especially being from Minnesota. Like I said, I can pick up a ton of boots and they always sell really well, especially with the cold winter months coming. Alright, so those are the 5 items that helped me get to the $1,000 mark this past weekend. I really hope you guys could pick up some information from this video that you can implement into your businesses, and just when you're outsourcing, maybe you'll have a better understanding of some of these things to look for. I really think the Ducks Unlimited is going to be one of those things that's going to blow up one day like Harley or something like that. Maybe not to the extent of Harley, but it's going to be like, it's such like a low-key thing that it's going to get there one day, I think. So that's my hot take for today. But nonetheless, I really appreciate you guys being here watching this video. I hope you guys were entertained and also learned something as well. And yeah, I just want to thank you again. I mean, I'm really proud of the community that I'm trying to build here, and I can't do it without you guys, so I really appreciate all your support. And like I said, I post every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Thanksgiving is tomorrow. I hope you guys have a super good Thanksgiving and you have a ton of food, and it's just going to be an awesome lazy day or whatever you like doing on your day off. So yeah, have a happy Thanksgiving, everybody. And with that, I will see you guys on Friday. Peace.